Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to EB Yoga. Today's class is a beginner flow. This is a rise and shine morning quick flow. So if you don't have a ton of time but you need to get your body moving in the morning, this is the class for you. Grab 2 blocks and we will begin class standing up. And once you're up to stand, we'll head toward mountain pose. Take a moment to give your body a little stretch, a little movement if it needs a little stretch. Coming into mountain pose and checking in with our knees first. When I bend my knees, they're facing forward and lined up under my hips. That makes my feet look a little crooked, but that's all right. If I make my feet straight, bend my knees, now my knees are knocking in crooked. So check in with your knees. Maybe take a little rock around on your feet. Find balance left to right, front to back. Try to get a little bit taller, reaching up through your head. Take a shoulder roll, relax your shoulders down. Hands can face forward or in, whatever feels better for your wrist. And then take a few breaths in mountain pose. Bring your right hand up towards your heart. Bring your left hand to your belly. Begin to deepen your breath. Let your breath fill up your belly. Take one more full, deep belly breath. And when you exhale, squeeze your belly in. Try to get all the air out. And then taking a moment to set an intention before our practice this morning. Perhaps an intention to have a calm, peaceful day. Taking a moment just to think of what's bringing you to the mat this morning. And begin to make your way to the top of your mat if you aren't there already. Take another breath in mountain pose. And then we'll begin to move through our sun salutations, starting with 3 rounds of a half sun A. One more breath in mountain. And begin. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, back to fold. Bend your knees, root your feet, rise up and reach with your inhale. Round 2, exhale to fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Big bend in the knees. Inhale, rise up. One more time. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, fold. Big bend. Inhale, rise all the way up and reach. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a couple breaths here, and then we'll head through 3 rounds of a full sun salutation A. Take one more breath. And inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend and fold. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, hands down, step back and lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Begin to walk your dog forward. Walk your hands back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, rise all the way up. Round 2. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands down. Step back and lower. Inhale, your back bend. Exhale, down dog. Begin to walk your dog forward. Walk your hands back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, rise up. One more time. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands down. Step back and lower. Inhale, your back bend. Exhale, down dog. Begin to walk your dog forward. Walk your hands back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Take a couple breaths here. And 3 rounds of a half sun bee. Take one more breath in mountain. Inhale, bend your knees, sink your hips, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees and slow inhale. Be gentle with your lower back as you rise up to chair. Exhale, sink in your chair. Inhale to stand. And exhale. Inhale back to chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Slow rise to chair as you inhale. Exhale, sink. And inhale to stand. And exhale. One more time. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Slow inhale back to chair. Exhale, sink. And inhale to stand. And take a couple breaths. And coming back to chair. Inhale, bend your knees, sink your hips. Check in with your knees, ankles. You can always adjust how bendy your knees are in this pose, how far or close your feet are apart. This should feel okay in your joints. If it ever bothers your lower back, see if you're doing one of these guys. Try to lengthen your spine instead of back bend. Check in with your lower belly. See if you could squeeze your abs in, lengthen. 3 more breaths. And beginning to bend our knees and sink our hips. And if this ever doesn't feel good, just make your way to sit. Otherwise, bend and sink and graceful plop. And let's take 3 boat poses today. So get yourself comfortable for your boat. Sit up nice and tall. Start to tip back. Find that balance on your butt. Float your feet up. We're doing 3 boats. So for this first one, I'm going to hang on to my legs. this time we're going to tip forward in our boat. So take another breath in boat. And then start to tip forward. When your feet hit the ground, let your knees open up. And if it would feel good, take a gentle forward fold here. Otherwise, you can just stay seated. Do some shoulder circles. Begin to press your body up if you're in that fold. Bring your knees back together. Boat number 2, tuck your hands behind your knees, start to tip back, float your feet up. This time, maybe let go of the knees. Couple more breaths. And come forward again. Tip, get your feet down, knees open up. Sit up tall, fold over your feet. Begin to make your way back up to sit. Bring your knees back together. Start to lean back, boat number 3. And this time, maybe hands to heart, maybe a couple little taps with the elbows. Right elbow taps the right knee. Left elbow taps the left knee. Couple more times each side. And take 2 more breaths in your boat. And start to lower your boat onto your back. Straighten out your legs, try to keep it under control. And take a few breaths on your back. If it would feel good, maybe bend your knees in and take a couple windshield wipers with your knees. Begin to bring your knees in over your belly. Take a couple rock and rolls, and we'll rock ourselves up and over into tabletop. Make sure you have your blocks here up at the top of your mat. And we'll begin with a low lunge. Right foot forward. Blocks if you like those for your balance, or maybe hands to your leg or overhead. And looking for that stretch in the front of the left thigh. Notice if it's pulling on your left hip joint at all, if it's up high, lessen the stretch. We want to find this stretch in our muscle, not up in our joint. And take another breath in low lunge. We'll begin to bring our body forward. Have your blocks around your foot. Curl your left toes under. Pick up the left knee. And then push into the ball of the left foot so you feel a stretch in your calf. Hop those back toes in as you release that stretch. Find your balance. Get ready to rise up through our lunge series. Begin to push into your right foot, arms along your sides, hovering above your right thigh, airplane lunge. So all of these lunges, I'm still on the ball of that back foot. Keep your body still, move your arms, Superman. Bend your back knee, pull your body all the way up, adjust your feet if you need once you get up here. High lunge. High lunge, I always keep a bend in that back knee. If I try to straighten that out, it usually gets really intense in my left hip. One more breath here. And exhale, bring your hands down, set those blocks out of the way. Take that right foot, step it back to plank, and hold your plank. You can always drop down to knees here. Better to have your knees down than to be doing one of these plank dogs. Really, I don't feel anything in my core, I feel it more in my arms. Plank is more of a full body workout. And it shouldn't hurt your elbows or your wrists, so if you need to move your hands a little bit. 2 more breaths. And drop to your knees, drop to your belly. Stack your hands and rest your head. Take a few breaths. From your belly, start to lift up your head. Bring your hands under your shoulders, press back to table. Left foot forward, low lunge. Blocks if you like those. Take one more breath. Begin to tip your body over, hands to your blocks. Curl your right toes under, lift up your right knee. Press into the ball of your right foot, find that stretch in your calf. Let go of that stretch, maybe bring those toes in a little bit so you can find your balance. And get ready to rise up. Push into your left foot, hands by your side, airplane lunge. Keep your body still, move your arms, Superman. Bend your back knee, pull your body up to high lunge, little adjust with the feet if you need. One more breath. And exhale your hands down, set those blocks aside, send your left foot back. This time drop to your knees and then drop onto your elbows and forearms. One more plank, this time on our forearms. Elbow under shoulder so the shoulder has a good support. If the elbow's not under the shoulder isn't supported. Squeeze your hands. When I squeeze my hands, it feels like it activates a lot of the muscles in my upper body. And step your feet back. Check in if your butt's doing the plank dog. Try to keep it down. Forearm plank can always be done on the knees as well. Keep squeezing your hands like you're pulling your elbows toward each other. And I usually try to keep my gaze here in between my hands, just help keep my neck in line with my spine. 2 more breaths. And drop to your knees. This time walk your hands back and take a stretch in child's pose. from child's pose, begin to lift back up toward table and make your way to sit. Once you make your way to sit, take whatever time you need to stretch your body out. This is where I will leave you for class today, so if it's time to get on the road and get on with your day, I hope you have a great one. Otherwise, take some time to stretch. Take a Shavasana if you'd like. Thank you so much for joining me for this quick flow, Rise and Shine beginner class. I hope to see you back again soon. Namaste.